In the lush heart of River State, where the mangrove roots dig deep into the earth and the rivers stretch like veins of life, there lived two neighboring villages, Obele and Rumueke. Both had shared boundaries, trade, marriages, and even festivals for generations. Yet, beneath the cordial smiles and dances, a silent shadow had always hung, the question of land ownership. Between them lay a vast stretch of fertile land, rich in oil palm, cassava, and even deposits of natural resources. Both villages claimed the land as their ancestral inheritance. For decades, they managed to coexist, each farming and reaping without disturbing the other. But as population grew and greed sharpened, the peaceful sharing turned to bitter rivalry. Years later, trouble began when a group of youths from Rumueke cleared a large portion of the disputed land, erecting huts and farmlands. Obele protested bitterly, declaring it an invasion. The council of elders from both villages met several times, but none agreed to relinquish their claim. Words became insults, insults became threats, and soon threats became actions. One morning, Obele warriors ambushed Rumueke farmers in the disputed land. Several lives were lost. Days later, Rumueke retaliated with a night raid, torching houses and killing unsuspecting villagers. The land became a battlefield, soaked in blood and tears. What started as a disagreement over farmland turned into a war of pride. Families were torn apart, widows and orphans multiplied, and both villages sank into poverty as farming and fishing ceased. The land yielded no food, only sorrow. For years, Obele and Rumueke lived in fear. Mothers slept with one eye open, children were withdrawn from school, and trade with neighboring communities dwindled. What had once been a land of abundance became a curse. The young men, who should have been working to develop their villages, became soldiers of destruction. Each community buried its dead and sharpened its machetes, refusing to surrender. At one point, even the state government intervened with peace talks, but both sides remained stubborn. To them, giving up the land meant betraying their ancestors. Yet, the more they fought, the more they lost, not just lives, but also blessings. Crops rotted, markets emptied, and strangers avoided them. Other communities whispered of them as the villages of blood. After countless people died in the two villages, the kings of both villages, King Amodi of Obele and King Wosu of Rumueke, grew weary of the endless funerals. Both rulers, wise and aging, saw that their people were being destroyed not by outsiders, but by themselves. One fateful meeting was arranged at the instance of the River State government. The Federal High Court was invited to mediate, bringing legal authority to the dispute. The two kings, though reluctant at first, agreed to attend. In the court, evidence was presented, ancient maps, oral traditions, testimonies of elders. The judges listened carefully, but rather than awarding victory to one side, they delivered a Solomon-like judgment. The land would be split between Obele and Rumueke. Each would receive a rightful portion, legally documented and recognized by the government. At first, some hot-blooded youths resisted the judgment, but the kings, with firm resolve, convinced their people. King Amodi told his villagers, "We have fought for years, and what have we gained? Graves and grief. If peace will save us, let us choose peace." King Wosu echoed the same. "Violence has stolen our sons and burned our barns. But peace can rebuild them. The land is not worth more than the lives we've lost." The government, alongside community leaders, organized a peace festival to mark the reconciliation. For the first time in years, Obele and Rumueke danced together again, ate together, and prayed together. The disputed land, now divided, began to blossom once more, not just with crops, but with hope. From that day, the two villages learned a deep truth: land, wealth, and pride are temporary, but peace is eternal. The blood they shed could not be restored, but the future could be redeemed. Children returned to school, farmers went back to their fields, and traders reopened their stores. The sound of war drums was replaced by laughter and songs. Obele and Rumueke now tell their story to younger generations as a warning: violence destroys, but peace expands blessings. The story of Obele and Rumueke, two villages in River State, is a timeless tale of human pride, conflict, and redemption. It began with a simple disagreement over a stretch of fertile land. Both villages claimed it as their ancestral inheritance. At first, they coexisted uneasily, farming and harvesting coexisting side by side, but as their populations increased, tensions deepened. The spark of war was lit when one community tried to assert dominance by clearing and cultivating more of the disputed land. The other saw it as trespass and violation. Harsh words followed, then small skirmishes, until open violence erupted. Families lost fathers, mothers wept for sons, and children grew up amidst fire and ashes. Instead of food, the land yielded corpses. Instead of blessings, it became a curse. Generations that should have prospered were wasted in bloodshed. For years, both sides held stubbornly to their pride, refusing to let go. Each death only hardened their hearts, each burial fueled more hatred. But the truth remained, neither Obele nor Rumueke was winning. Both were sinking into ruin. Poverty, fear, and shame became their companions. The name of their villages spread in whispers as places of endless strife. It took the wisdom of two weary kings, Amodi of Obele and Woso of Rumueke, to see beyond the blindness of pride. They realized that no land was worth the blood of their people. Responding to government intervention, they allowed the Federal High Court to mediate. The court's judgment, to divide the land equally, was not just a legal decision but a lifeline. At first, there was resistance, but the kings led with courage, urging their people to embrace peace. They reminded them that peace was not weakness, but strength, that only peace could rebuild homes, reopen markets, and restore blessings. Gradually, the hearts of the people softened. A peace festival sealed their reconciliation. The land was finally cultivated without fear. Children laughed again, women sang at markets, and men farmed shoulder to shoulder. The story of endless killings ended, replaced with a story of forgiveness and cooperation. From their ordeal, Obele and Rumueke learned lessons that echo across generations. 1. Violence is a destroyer. It consumes lives, resources, and hope. 2. Pride blinds communities. What they fought for never equaled what they lost. 3. Peace is a builder. With peace, even divided land became a shared blessing. 4. Leadership matters. The courage of kings and the authority of government saved the people from self-destruction. 5. Unity multiplies blessings. Once enemies, the villages now prosper together in trade, festivals, and friendship. Today, when elders of Obele and Rumueke sit under the moonlight with children gathered around, they recount their bitter history